Lions' Aiden Hutchinson announces return date. Before we start with another super important update, like the video to support our work. Here you will always find the latest news and everything about the Detroit Lions firsthand. Your like makes all the difference for us to continue bringing this content to you. And of course, if you are not subscribed yet, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel now. With your subscription, we can always keep you updated. We have a very important goal, to reach our first 1,000 subscribers. Can we count on you to be part of this achievement? Help us with your subscription so we can reach this great goal here on the channel. Stay until the end so you understand everything. Now, without further ado, let's get to the news. The Detroit Lions had a standout season with an impressive 12-2 record, but not everything was easy for the team. One of the biggest absences was star defensive player Aiden Hutchinson, who was out for much of the season after suffering a serious injury. Even so, the weather remains competitive, but the defender is missed by both the team and the fans. Now Hutchinson has brought important news that rekindles fans' hopes. He is on track to return for the Super Bowl, should the Lions advance to the big game. Last Tuesday, December 17th, during his appearance on the Squeeze segment of the NFL Network's Good Morning Football program, Hutchinson spoke about his recovery from a broken leg. He highlighted his determination to return to the field at the most crucial moment of the season. "I'm on track to achieve my goal of returning for the Super Bowl," he declared. The defensive defender, even though he is away from the games, maintains close contact with his teammates and seeks to motivate them to achieve the ultimate goal. "I keep telling all the guys when I see them in the unit, you just have to get out there. I promise I'll be back," Hutchinson said. During the interview, he also revealed a personal conversation with his mother, who challenged him to consider the possibility of not being able to go back in time. However, Hutchinson's response was emphatic. "There is no other way. I am fully committed to coming back." The player also wanted details about his progress in recovery. He can now walk with the aid of just one crutch, a significant improvement considering the severity of the injury he suffered a few months ago. In addition, Hutchinson reflected on the emotional impact that the injury has had on his life. "I was having the best year of my career. Everything was going well. I was in a state of flow," recalled the defender. "Then all of a sudden, that was taken away from me." He described the exact moment of the instruction, recording when a medical team put a cast on his leg before removing him from the field. "All I could think at that moment was, I'm not going to be able to play in the Super Bowl, and my season, where I was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, is over." Now, Hutchinson's story is one of overcoming obstacles. With his recovery progressing at an accelerated pace, he is focused on his return, but he knows that the fate of time does not depend solely on him. The Lions need to continue racking up wins, winning the NFC title, and securing their spot in the Super Bowl. If that happens, Hutchinson's presence could be the trump card for the team to lift the trophy. Update on David Montgomery. Another piece of news that has moved the Detroit Lions this week involves running back David Montgomery. The player sustained the injury during the win over the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, December 15th, and was initially expected to be out for the rest of the season. However, Coach Dan Campbell offered a more optimistic view by revealing that the medical team is seeking other opinions on how to treat the injury. "David is getting another opinion," Campbell explained in a press conference before practice on Wednesday, December 18th. "He's had a few evaluations, and we're really waiting for that third one. That's why we haven't placed him on injured reserve yet. We're in a wait-and-see mode here." With the Lions dreaming big and struggling to maintain consistency until the playoffs, Montgomery's potential return could further strengthen the Lions' offense, while Hutchinson remains focused on the goal of returning to the field in the Super Bowl. If all goes well, fans can expect a full and determined time in the most decisive moment of the season. After dealing with a series of worrisome injuries on defense, the Detroit Lions could turn to an old acquaintance to bolster their roster at a crucial time in the season. The latest significant loss was starting cornerback Carlton Davis, who suffered a potential season-ending head injury. This situation has created a challenge for the team, which has already dealt with other significant losses and is now looking for immediate solutions to remain competitive. Despite investing in building defensive depth, the moment demands quick decisions. Jeff Risdon of USA Today's Lions Wire said that the team could explore free agency to bring back a familiar and reliable name, veteran Jerry Jacobs. Jacobs was a mainstay of the Lions' defense during a campaign that led the team to the NFC Championship last season. He currently remains a free agent, drawing some interest from the past, but has not yet reached a contract. Internally, the Lions have options. Risdon noted that cornerback Amick Robertson could be moved to the outside, a position where he has shown solid performance during his time with the Las Vegas Raiders. Another possibility is to give more playing time to the new Kindle Wilder, who replaced Davis in the 48-42 loss to the Buffalo Bills last Sunday. However, bringing back Jerry Jacobs seems like an interesting solution. In 3 seasons with the Lions, Jacobs started 29 games, including 12 last season alone. Despite his performance in varied coverage, he knows the defensive system and provides consistent support against the run game. According to Risdon, this prior knowledge could be crucial for a quick and efficient transition, especially at a time when the defense is weakened. Jacobs has not been able to establish himself with any team after a few recent practices, including one with the Broncos last week, but his experience with the Lions makes him a natural fit, Risdon wrote. In addition to Carlton Davis, the loss to the Bills brought other issues for the Lions, with injuries to defensive lineman Alam McNeill and running back David Montgomery. However, there is positive news on the horizon. Safety Ifeatu Melifonwu is expected to return to practice after spending time on the injured list. Lions head coach Dan Campbell expressed optimism about Melifonwu's recovery. Although he has not yet confirmed his participation in the upcoming game against the Chicago Bears, Campbell indicated that the player could contribute soon. "We'll start the clock on him and see how he does in practice. I can't say yet if he'll play on Sunday, but it's encouraging to see him get back into rhythm," Campbell said. With a 12-2 record, the Lions face a pivotal few weeks that could determine their fate this season. After the match against the Bears, the team will face even greater challenges, facing the San Francisco 49ers away from home and ending the regular season with a possible battle for the division lead against the Minnesota Vikings, who have won 7 games in a row and tied with the Lions at the top of the NFC North. This moment requires the Detroit Lions to balance emergency solutions with strategic planning, maintaining the hope of continuing their successful trajectory and reaching new heights this season. Share your opinion here in the comments. I really want to know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave that like to help us continue bringing quality content. I'm counting on you to make this channel grow even more. We're going to hit the goal of 1,000 subscribers before 2025 arrives. See you in the next Detroit Lions update. Until then.